So, George, not only has Bitcoin dropped, 60-something% now since September.
Big crash.
That's not 6, that's 60%.
Ouch.
That means you turned 100,000 into 40. But now we're seeing that $1 billion has been lost in crypto scams, according to the Federal Trade Commission.
This is wild. Cryptocurrency scammers have stolen over $1 billion from 46,000 people since the start of 2021. A new Federal Trade Commission report says FTC rang the alarm bells on Friday, saying crypto-related crimes amount to about 1 out of every $4 reported lost to fraud, more than any other payment method. The median individual reported loss was $2,600. This is wild.
Crypto scams are becoming increasingly popular, shooting up 60 times higher than in 2028. Nearly half of those who reported losing money to a crypto scam in 2021 says they were lured in through an online post or a social media message. So how are they getting scammed? Do you know?
Well, on Facebook and Instagram, they lure you in with, they get you to click the link, go to a website, and there's been a lot of actual scam accounts impersonating me, trying to message people about crypto. And the people know it's spam and scams once they go, George is telling me to invest in crypto. I know this is a scam. And so they report it and they let me know.
It's like Dave Ramsey telling you to get a credit card.
Exactly. Not a great move to the scammers out there. And so that's what's happening. And so people get lured in and they go, well, this seems like a good deal. This seems like I'm going to win big on this thing. And so they click it and they give them access to their crypto wallets and all kinds of things. And all of a sudden,
what are they buying? I mean, what's the scam? What's the pitch?
I have no idea there's all kinds of different ones out there across the board. I don't know that they have any details. Here, in both cases, scammers promised substantial returns to their investors, but instead pocketed the money into their own crypto wallets. So they're promising you, hey, give us the money. We're going to give you an amazing return on your money into this new crypto coin. And all of a sudden, those returns disappear, and they pocket the money instead. And this is happening all over.
In February, a federal grand jury in San Diego indicted the founder of BitConnect for allegedly orchestrating a $2.4 billion global Ponzi scheme. Founders accused of misleading investors about the cryptocurrency's lending program, claiming the company's proprietary technology would bring substantive returns to investors by tracking cryptocurrency exchange markets.
So they all come down to this: false promises of easy money paired with people's limited crypto understanding and experience. So no one truly understands it, and they go, well,
wait.
I'll
You're saying someone who bought crypto would fall for false promises of easy money?
I just read the article.
I can't believe that
Don't come at me in the comment section. But that's the truth. It's so new. It's so volatile. The technology is there, and so people are going, well, this is my chance.
What kind of my point is the very person who buys crypto to start with is looking for a cutting-edge, easy, sophisticated, technologically easy money. And so when someone presents them with another cutting-edge, sophisticated thing, then they're more likely to fall for that than the average Joe. Because they already are biting it. They're already chewing on that hook.
They're trying to get in on the ground floor of the next thing. They're trying to choose the winning coins.
Yeah. In other words, the scammers are taking them through the same psychological door that they went through to buy Bitcoin in the first place, and then they get scammed.
Exactly.
So they're more susceptible to scams.
And it's all unregulated. So you're not protected. There's no FDIC here going, hey, we'll cover your money. And so you just lose this money. That's it. It's not hard to steal people's crypto.
Man, we've come a long way since the Nigerian prince.
This is the modern day version. At least I got a nicely worded email from the Nigerian prince.
I remember getting copies on a bad copy machine by snail mail from the Nigerian prince.
Wow, that took effort.
Yeah, it had my name personalized across the top of this copy that had been made like 8,000 times, so it had the little lines and stuff on it because you could tell it was like a mimeograph machine or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm old enough. I used to get those from the Nigerian prince.
I kind of miss those days. Simpler times in the scamming world.
Simpler times.
Man.
What was the one? It wasn't the Spanish flu. It was the Spanish lottery or something that ran through Canada.
Really?
That was another one. Yeah, that was a.
Well,
that was
in
about
30
tw- that
years
was
of
about
doing this, you've seen lots of
20 years
scams.
ago. Yeah. So Glenn Frashey, who wrote the book Con Man or Saint, we talk about this in the Building Wealth Live event. He was claiming he might be a saint, but he wrote the book from prison, so I'm suspecting he was wrong. That he was probably a con man. He ran a Ponzi scheme, a true pyramid scheme, and got put in jail for it in the 70s. And but he was a world-class con man. And he said, one of the quotes, I read that book, when I was a teenager. I don't know how I ended up with it, but the quote I remember from the book more than anything else, I went and pulled it out for this event that we're doing, that he said, you can con someone of any intellect, any level of education, if you can activate greed or fear. And and really, in a sense, the part of the greed one is pride. Like, you're in on something, the cool kids are in on it, nobody except the cool kids are in on it, and you're one of the cool kids. You're not, people who aren't sophisticated don't understand Bitcoin. And you're obviously sophisticated because you understand Bitcoin, and so you're in Bitcoin, and since you're in Bitcoin, we're going to give you this other opportunity here.
Since you're so smart.
And $1 billion in scam. Oh, not to mention, how many billions is it? Is it over $1 trillion now in lost value that it went down 60%?
Yeah.
So the total market value loss of Bitcoin, I read it, it was an astronomical number. It's like $1 trillion or something when it went from, when it's gone down 60%. That means people had value at some point that hypothetically they could have cashed in somewhere and didn't. And so they have now ridden this thing to the bottom.
Yeah, we're seeing some really sad stories of how much people are losing in this, who they had $1 million in it and now they have nothing. I was just reading a heartbreaking story about one guy who's honest enough to share his losses, which is pretty rare. Most of them only brag about the wins.
Well, it's like a bad golf game or a fisherman.
That's right, which you never had a bad golf game, so you don't have to worry about that,
I've never
Dave.
caught a fish either.
Never. But it's pretty wild stuff. So, I mean, we talk about buyer beware, but with crypto, it's a whole other animal because there's a whole technological piece that most people don't understand. And I think I'm a pretty smart guy, and the more I look into crypto, the more confusing it gets. And I think they did that on purpose.
No.
That's like whole life. It's really complicated on purpose. Because they go, well, you don't have to worry about it. It gets complicated. Just trust me. Give me the premiums. I'll give you the returns.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Yikes.
Oh, man.
This
I'm
is
trying
bad.
to find out what this thing has done. Let's see here. In 1 year.
The losses?
Yeah. It's astronomical. This is wrong. Okay. I was trying to pull it up on a website while I'm on the air. That's a dumb thing to do.
I'll tell you that this guy, he reportedly, he has a whole thread on Twitter, how I went from a crypto millionaire to broke in 6 months due to leverage, a gambling addiction, and an accelerating negative spiral. And he goes through in the thread about every single piece of the puzzle that caused him to lose this $1 million, and now he's got nothing. And he's sad. He could have retired. He could have done a lot of things with that money, and now there's a lot of regret. It's sad. We like to make fun of crypto, but I don't like anyone losing a lot of money. That breaks my heart.
I don't want anybody hurt.
Yeah.
But I am more than a little bit. As much criticism as we took from the crypto.
That's true.
From the crypto kids.
A little vindication.
Yeah.